Okay, question and cocktails 2.0. Here we go. Mind focus. Hello, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. My name's Rachel if you are new here. Today is episode 2 of Question and Cocktails with Rachel. You guys liked the first one. It was all wedding related. I will link it below if you haven't seen it. It was like 45 minutes of me chatting and spilling the tea about our wedding. So today I thought it'd be fun to do just kind of like a any question goes type of thing. So I asked over on my Instagram for you guys to ask me literally any questions, life updates, girl talk, wedding, moving, kids, like literally all of it. So I'm gonna cover it all. I haven't actually like read over the questions, but they're here on my phone. It is 11:30 on Thursday and I'm filming this and I'm making a drink. So don't say I never did anything for you guys because we're about to have a cocktail. It's the whole point of this, questions and cocktails. I was on Pinterest last night looking up some fun summer recipes and I found this raspberry lemonade vodka spritzer. I've really been into Aperol Spritz. That's the drink I made the first time. So we are going to try it out. So ingredients you need, I'm gonna run over it quick. Lemonade, you can make your own or you could just buy it. I just bought it, Simply Lemonade's the best. Some Prosecco, simple syrup. It asked for raspberry simple syrup, but I like don't have any, so I just got fresh raspberries and then lemons and limes. I have it all right here. We got crushed ice and then I have the vodka, which I've never tried this. It's Wild Roots raspberry infused flavored vodka. It looks really yummy. My phone's on low power mode. That's great. We're just gonna try it out. I hope it turns out good. And don't forget to subscribe if you are not already. Really supports my channel. And let me know if you guys like these videos. Just kind of chatting with me. I want it to be super relaxed. I'm literally just sitting at my dining table, chilling out when he's staring at me. And I'm gonna answer some questions and chat with you all. So grab a drink, grab a snack, whatever you want. And we're gonna make this drink. So first we need ice. Can you guys see my cup? I might lower you for the sake of just the drink. Okay, yeah, you guys don't need to see my face. Okay, so we're gonna do crushed ice. Okay. Yeah, so don't do what I just did because like, are you kidding me? One step and already have created a mess. Let's clean up. Already thinking about having to pop that bottle of Prosecco and I'm scared. So I don't know how much 4 ounces is, so we're just gonna do like a shot, I guess. Not again, you guys. Not me struggling again. This is like a cute bottle of vodka. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, it smells kind of gross. Okay. I mean, I don't know how, I'm gonna get, if I get this on my blazer, I'm gonna be pissed. I mean, that looks like pretty good to me. What do you guys think? You guys, I'm not a professional cocktail maker as much as I wanna be. And I'm talking to y'all like, okay, next up the Prosecco. Lord, pray for me. Oh God, this is a pop. No, Winnie. I'm scared. Okay. Do it for the video, do it for the video, do it for the video. If this goes all over, you guys, I'm scared. If Dylan was here right now, he would be like, what the hell are you doing, Rachel? Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. 1, 2, 3. Are you okay? Did it hit you? Are you okay? Oh my God. Idiot. Literal idiot. Oh my. It's kind of fun. This is gonna be like a 45-minute video because I haven't even barely got to make the drink. Okay, so you do that. We're gonna do a drop. I'm literally eyeballing all of this. Okay, drop of simple syrup. Sweeten it up a little bit. And then we're gonna top it with some lemonade. Okay. Put some raspberries in there. And you do a squeeze of, I'm gonna do lime just because I love lime, but the recipe calls for lemon. but that's okay. We're gonna go ahead and stir this baby up. I just went through danger for this drink. I need more lemon. I think I did too much vodka. It's a little strong for it to only be 11:45. Winnie is like, Mom, you are off the rails today. Good. This vodka is really, really good. Like, I wasn't expecting that. If all else fails, at least the drink turned out. You know what I'm saying? Cheers. It's actually so yummy. Nice and like refreshing for summer. Really quickly want to talk to you guys about Upstart and thank them for sponsoring today's video. I've talked about them a few times. So Upstart is a fast and easy way to pay off your debt through a personal loan, and it's done all online, which is really nice. I know that there are so many people that struggle with debt, and I feel like debt is something that no one talks about or feels comfortable talking about. It's kind of just like under the radar. Debt is something that a lot of people struggle with, and it's like month to month. I know some people, I mean, there's been times where I'm like, oh my God, my credit card statement is like terrible. I know that there's a lot of people going through it. It's been a tough year and a half. Upstart knows that you are more than just your credit score, and they are expanding access to affordable credit. So how they do it, unlike other lenders, they consider like your income, your current employment, to find a better rate for you. So instead of having this like huge high interest rate, they are looking to find what is best for you. With a super quick 5-minute online rate check, you can see your rate up front from loans from $1,000 all the way to $50,000, which is crazy. And you can also receive funds as quick as 1 business day after accepting your loan, which is nice. You're not like waiting around for mail to come. It's like super quick, to the point. Everything's online. So you can find out how Upstart can lower your monthly payment today when you go to upstart.com/Rachel. Again, it's upstart.com/Rachel, and loan amounts will be determined based on your credit, income, and some other stuff. So check them out. Again, it is upstart.com/Rachel. I will have them linked down below. Thank you, Upstart, for sponsoring today's video, and let's get back to the questions. But okay, we are going to pull up Instagram. There's so many, and I like don't know what I want to cover because this is just such a broad topic, but I'm just gonna go through and literally answer off as much questions because you guys are here for me to answer questions. So I'm not gonna answer just a few and call it a day. I'm gonna quickly go through them. So my boyfriend is dreading long distance. How do I convince him it won't be that bad? Okay, I'm already seeing like a ton of long distance questions. So I guess I'll chat about long distance for a second. So Dylan and I did long distance for 3 years. We've been dating for, it'll be 7 years. Well, we're engaged now. I always forget. I'm planning a wedding and I forget. We will have been dating for 7 years. We'll have been engaged for 1 year on Christmas, or on December 21st. So long distance was hard. I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's like a walk in the park, and you both have to wanna be committed to doing it. If one person is like forcing the other to want to try it out, or things aren't going well and you're like, well, let's just keep, like, you guys both have to be able to be like in it together. It's not gonna work. What really saved mine and Dylan's relationship, I think, while we were in long distance, was that we were both really busy. So he was really busy doing football like every single day on top of school, and then I was busy doing school, and then dance dogs, and then YouTube started. So I was always pretty busy and was around friends. I would say if you're having a hard time with distance, surround yourself with friends, because you're gonna eventually not be around those friends like I am now, and I would do anything to be able to like go grab lunch with a friend or anything, because your time will come when you eventually will get to be back together. So don't sit there and dread on it and cancel out on plans or be sad and be like, I'm just gonna sit in my room, because there will be a day where you guys will finally get to be together, and then you'll regret not doing like the whole college thing, or grabbing coffee with that friend that asked you, or taking a job full time because you wanted to have more off time to maybe travel to him on the weekends. Like just things like that. I would say do you, and the relationship, not to put your relationship second, but do you, and the relationship will flourish and grow with you. Just stay strong. I'm not sitting here saying it's a walk in the park. There were days/weeks that I really had a hard time, but I would say my biggest tip would be to be busy, and then also always know when you're going to see each other next. But you also both want to be committed into doing a distance relationship, because it is not something that one person can just be okay with. That was kind of like my quick answer. Best self tanner, the Bondi Boost for my body I use, and the Frankie's Bikini Drops for my face. Right now I'm just tan from, I'm actually not even that tan anymore, but I would just tan from sitting in the backyard or going to Florida. So for the summer I try not to use self tanner, just because it can be kind of splotchy. I'm not really good at putting it on. Starting my fitness journey, any tips that have helped you stay healthy? How are you getting in shape for the wedding? Best advice for living a healthy lifestyle. Okay, a lot of questions about health and stuff, and I think lately on my vlogs and stuff, I've been really into showing you guys like my working out, and I think a lot of you guys have noticed that I've really like been working on myself. And I did say in a vlog a while back that I was working on getting in shape for the wedding, and I think I had a comment or two, and I'm not saying that I'm unhappy with my body or I think that I need to be in shape just to get married. I would be full on happy getting married right now, today, as I am, but I'm just someone who I want to better myself. Say I'm doing it for the wedding, and that's my big motivation, which I think has been the biggest help for my kind of like new health journey, I guess, and like eating cleaner and stuff. I do not restrict myself. I just posted what I eat in a day, and I feel like I let myself kind of eat whatever I want. I've always ate kind of on the healthier side. I grew up dancing, modeling, all of that. So I always have kind of been into eating healthy, but I'm not saying that I have to change my body in order to get married. I just am doing it for myself to feel good about myself and feel good in my dress, and just feel, not that I don't feel beautiful, but I just want to feel my best self on my special day. So I would say find a workout you love. Spanga has really changed my life. I'm not kidding. I dreaded going to workout classes, and lately I've been loving Spanga. So the format of Spanga, I think, is the reason I love it. It's super quick. The class goes by quick. So you do 20 minutes on the bike, then you go into another room, you do 20 minutes strength, and then you go into another room and you do 20-minute yoga. So it goes by so quick. So just find something that is good for you. Try out Orange Theory, try out F45, try out Pilates. Like, if none of them are for you, keep trying them out. It just means that that one isn't for you. So I will say it is really like 30% working out, 70% what you're putting in your body. So you want to put in clean ingredients and stuff to feel good about yourself on the outside. Everything comes from within, which sounds so weird, but like I drink a ton of water. I've been taking like my Care vitamins, my seed. I've been taking a ton of collagen and stuff, just things like that, that I've been really kind of getting on the grind about into my routine. I've been really trying to focus it in there. That didn't even make any sense. I've just really been into, especially for summer. I don't know, I'm someone who working out makes me feel good, and I've realized that the after I'm done working out and how good I feel and the glow I have makes it all worth it. And I wouldn't say it's just because I'm like, oh, I'm trying to get my stomach smaller or my legs more in shape. It's just because that after feeling of working out you get so addicted to that you just want to like keep going. So I would say my best advice is find something that is for you. Just because I do Spanga doesn't mean that you're gonna love Spanga, and it doesn't mean that your body is gonna react to Spanga maybe like my body does. So everyone is different and everyone needs different things. I'm just here sharing what I love, so maybe you guys can try it out and it might work for you as well. But if it doesn't, try something else out, and it's not the end of the world. You will find something, I promise. What's my favorite thing about Dylan? I would say he would literally do anything for anyone. He is the most caring, genuine guy. He doesn't want anything for himself. He is so giving. He gives everything that he has to others. He's so hardworking, and he's just so funny. Like, I feel like you guys are kind of picking up on how Dylan is. He's very like shy starting off and like kind of like quiet, but he has this like humor to him that's just like, I'm always laughing around him. And I'll say like that's something so important to me in a relationship, because sometimes I'm a little bit hard on myself and I don't find like the small joys in day-to-day things like he does. And he keeps me like going and laughing, and I am just so thankful to have found someone like that. And like for the rest of my life, I feel like he's gonna continue to make me laugh. And then when we have kids and stuff, like I just can't wait to see him be a dad and see him raise kids and all of that. So I just love, I would say his humor, but also like how kind his heart is. Okay. Best place to get dresses for a night out with the girls. I would say Revolve or Princess Polly. Am I Catholic, and am I getting married in a Catholic church? Yes, I am Catholic. Dylan is also Catholic, but we will not be getting married in a church. Any advice for struggling with body issues or eating issues? Kind of touching back on the health thing, just it's so hard because with social media these days, it's very toxic. And I came on social media and it's hard because like my job is social media and I want to make sure that I'm promoting like a healthy platform for everyone who's watching or following along. And it's okay to not look like everybody else that's posting on the internet, because you have to think half the time, like what I'm posting is like the photos that I look best in and what I feel like I look the most beautiful in. Whereas in reality, half of those photos, like I didn't like how my body looked, things like that. And you have to think everyone that you're following on the internet is posting the best version of themselves. So you can't sit here and be like comparing yourself to your Instagram feed, as hard as it is. Just know that like everyone's posting the best of themselves. And I don't know, it took me a while to get over that, because I sit here and there's sometimes where I'm scrolling and I find myself comparing and I'm like, why am I doing that? Everyone is different. Everyone has different accounts and different types of vibes and styles for a reason. Like you wouldn't be following me if I had the same exact same feed as someone else. Like, so everyone's different. Everyone's beautiful for the way that they like bring a different type of energy or style. And so just find something that you love about yourself and run with it, because there's things that I feel so insecure about. There's also some questions that I got about like my biggest insecurity and how do I put myself out there and let other people critique it. And that's something that I've really struggled with. And I think I'm finally, I've been on the internet for 3 years now. I haven't been doing YouTube for 3 years, I don't think yet. I think it's like 2.5. But I've been like posting and stuff for like 3-ish years. And when I would first get negative comments, I would sit there and cry, because they would be, or comments about my body, or my face. I used to get, still do sometimes, some comments about my nose. And I know a lot of you guys comment about it and you say that you might have like maybe like a bump in your nose like I do, and that I've encouraged you to like embrace it. And that makes me so happy to see, because you guys probably would never have guessed, like, because I post myself and post my life all the time, but like I am super insecure about my nose. And sometimes when I look at it from the side, I'm like, that is so ugly and I want to get a nose job. And it makes me sad, because that's how I was made, and that's how, I don't know why I'm gonna cry. What is wrong with me? It's been like an emotional few days. That's how God made me, and this is how he wanted me to look. So I'm not gonna sit here and change it just because maybe someone commented on it saying you have the ugliest nose, why don't you get a nose job with like the money you make from YouTube or something like that. Like, and it's like, first off, I always think, I'm like all over the place. I always think like, when I'm reading negative comments, I try not to take it personal unless it's coming from someone that personally knows me. Like, if you don't know me and you're sitting here like trolling the internet and saying negative things about me, I'm probably not gonna take as much of an offense to it, because you don't actually like truly know me and know my heart and soul. Whereas like if Dylan were to say something to me like that, which he never would, it would hurt my feelings a little bit more, because he knows me and knows how I am. But just coming from some random who's maybe like, oh, you look super fat in that photo, like, or oh, you're such an ugly spirit or something, like, they don't actually know me. So I try to think about that. And when it comes to like actual physical features, I'm all for like, if you want to get Botox or a boob job or a nose job, whatever you want to do to make yourself feel pretty, do it. But don't do it because other people are telling you to do it. Like, before I got on the internet, never was super insecure about my nose. And then a few months into doing social media, I would sit and look at my nose in the mirror for like an hour or so and be like, well, what would it look like if I did get a nose job? And it's just sad that like I would catch myself being like, Rachel, this is sad that you're sitting here doing this because someone else said it. Like, I've grown up my whole life loving how my face looks and being super confident and things like that. And so I'm not going to let someone else change that confidence in me. So I just brush it off. No, I don't have a perfect nose. No, I don't have, like, there's things about me that aren't perfect. I don't have any Botox. I don't have anything. And if I did, I would tell you guys. I'm super open about that, and I'm not like against it by any means. I think it's whatever you want to do to make yourself feel pretty and beautiful. But just know that you can do as many of those things as you want, but it's never going to change like your heart. And that's like the most beautiful part about every person, is getting to know their heart and soul, as like cheesy as it sounds. But like, me getting perfect Botox in my face or like perfect lip filler isn't going to change my like presence and the presence I bring off towards people. So I hope that made sense. I feel like social media can be very toxic, but I also feel like it can be good for people that maybe don't have, say, an older sister or are looking for advice from someone. So that's why I try to promote positivity on my channel. but I'm not here bashing anyone who wants to get any of that stuff done. I mean, you go for it, go girl. Like, seriously, I'm not someone who judges people for doing things, but I'm not gonna do things to my body because other people are telling me. If I eventually one day wanna do something to my body, it's because I genuinely wanna do it, not because I'm getting hate saying that I have the ugliest nose, so I should go change it. So that's my little spiel on social media. Okay. A lot of advice about moving in with your boyfriend or fiance for the first time, and like how I transitioned from moving in with college roommates into moving in with Dylan. So I will say I had it easy, and I know not a lot of people fully agree with this, and if you don't, that is totally fine. It's not everyone's cup of tea to move in before you're married. I will say I have loved living with Dylan before we're married, because now we know exactly what it's like to live with each other. It is a huge adjustment, and you really do lose the sense of like privacy that you're used to. With college roommates, like I could easily shut the door, have my own bathroom and bedroom, and have like the night to myself, whereas like Dylan and I share a room, we share a bathroom, and so like you don't get to do that. And so it really tests your relationship if you ever have arguments or stuff, because this is our home together, and we don't get to just walk out and leave, because that's not how a relationship works. So over college summers, I would always move up to Raleigh over the summer and nanny 2 little boys in Raleigh, and I would live with Dylan in his little tiny room. We would share the room all summer, and so that kind of gave us a little taste of it. It's an ambulance. So I think that that really helped, but I will say it's a huge adjustment. Give each other space at first. Everyone likes to do things different. Like the way Dylan does the dishes isn't the way I'm gonna do the dishes. The way he does the laundry isn't how I'm gonna do it. But you still have to remember, everyone gets to do things on their own as they wanna do it. So give them space, give them time. It's a big adjustment for both of you, but it is so fun, I will say. And I have loved it. I will say I think that it was good for our relationship, especially coming from doing distance. I didn't wanna do distance and then jump into getting engaged. So that's why we did living together at first. And I really, truly would say it has helped our relationship a lot. I know so much about Dylan, probably more than he knows about himself. And I love him so much. How long do we want to be married before we have kids? And how many kids do we want? It was a lot of questions about kids. So we want to be married for probably like a 1.5 to 2 years. Definitely like nothing quick. I mean, I'm only 24. I'll be 25 by the time we get married. Dylan will be only 24 by the time we get married. So I'm a year older than him. I'm like a few months older than him. And we want to be able to like travel and stuff, but with Dylan's work, like that's just never gonna be a thing for us, like traveling the world and like leaving for months at a time. That's just never gonna be us, because Dylan works in the football industry and things like that. And so with that being said, I don't want to wait around forever just to say, oh, I want to travel and experience life together before kids, because we both want a big family. We want 4 kids. We both came from 4 kids, like sides. So we've come from a big family, and we just want to have a big family of our own. I just don't think that using the excuse of like we want to travel, not even that we're using it as an excuse, but I just think that I have always dreamed of being a mom, and Dylan is like dying to be a dad. So I'm not gonna say we're gonna wait forever. If it comes, it comes. But we're not gonna like rush into it. We wanna enjoy the married life, but also at the same time, we've been together for so long and we've been living together that like we already are like enjoying each other's company and stuff. I don't know, a kid is definitely the next step. And we'll just, God's timing again, like we're not gonna rush into anything, and whatever happens, happens, but we want kids. It's not gonna be like we're gonna get married and then I'm gonna announce like a few months later that I just flicked off the camera. I'm not gonna announce a few months later like, oh, I'm pregnant. Like, I don't think, unless it's like a mishap. I'm not gonna say a mistake, but I think we'll wait probably a year, 1.5 unless something just changes and we just feel the need. But we're really excited for kids, and I'm really excited to start. I mean, we already have our little family, Winnie, Dylan, and I, but I'm excited to like bring kids in and see how we are being a parent. So really excited about that. Okay, when is our wedding? A lot of questions about the wedding, and I did a full wedding cocktails and questions, so I'll link that below for you guys. How do I stay connected with friends far away? FaceTime. I FaceTime a ton of friends, not a ton. I have a good small group of friends. I believe in quality over quantity when it comes to friendships. And I FaceTime Jenny almost every single day, if not more than once a day. Romeo from Dance Dogs, you guys know, we talk all the time. I text all my friends a lot. And I will say, like, my true best friends are my sisters, and we are in a family group message all the time. My family is so close, and it is hard, super hard to be away from family, but you know, this is just the path that my life was headed on. And so I'm not going to sit here and dwell on it. Yes, it is hard to be away from family and friends. I saw some questions about, like, how do I deal with living far from home, or how I'm truly liking Colorado. And I'm not going to sit here and say this was such an easy move. I genuinely love it. It's so easy to make friends. Like, I'm here because of Dylan. I'm so thankful that I'm able to move anywhere because Dylan coaches football, if you guys don't know, and so we move a lot. We might even be moving again next year. We have no idea. Obviously, we'll keep you guys updated, but I will say that moving is a huge adjustment, and if you're going through it, don't feel like you're being a baby or being anything other than strong when you first move and you're upset, because I was upset for like weeks, and there's still days where I lay here and I'm like, I just wish I was closer to family, and that's just how it's always gonna be. But I can't sit here and like live at my parents' house the rest of my life. I have to move on. Dylan and I have to start our family, and this is just where God's taken us. Colorado is the first step in our little life journey, and so I have to remember that, and I have to remember that a lot of people are going through the same thing, and a lot of people want to make friends here too. And I'll say, like, joining a gym and like going to the hair salon and stuff has made me meet some friends, and then also some friends through social media and stuff. I'm not going to sit here and say that I have a ton of friends here, because I don't, but we do hang out with a lot of the coaching staff, like their wives and stuff I hang out with, because they're also going through the same thing as me. So that's kind of nice. With Dylan's job, a lot of the wives are always moving around, so it's nice because they're going through the same exact thing as me. So we'll go over for dinner or drinks and stuff, and it's like they're also going through the exact same thing. So that's kind of like the whole rundown with how I'm liking Colorado. I love our house. I love the area we're in. It's a great state. It's just very different than the South and very far from home. So we're not going to be here forever, and I keep telling myself that, and I keep telling myself that it's such a cool opportunity that at this age, Dylan and I have got to come out to another state and experience something new. And it's been good for our relationship, because Dylan also doesn't really have any friends here besides work, and then I'm the same. So when we both have time off, we're really like dependent on each other, and we like to go out and do things. And I feel like we've done way more than we ever have in Raleigh together, because he had his whole group of like teammates and friends in Raleigh, whereas like I didn't have many people in Raleigh either. And so I always felt like I was just tagging along with his friends, which his friends are great and very welcoming, but it's nice that we both are out of our comfort zone, and we're both leaning on each other to like get comfortable and get used to a new state. So that's that. Okay. Again, are there times that I'm lonely? Yes. Like 100% yes. Please talk more about Winnie, training, products you use. A lot of questions about Winnie and how I train her. We didn't train Winnie. I don't know why or how we got so lucky, but Winnie is like an angel dog. She came home and never peed in the house except one time. And when we told her no, we tapped her on the nose, no, put her nose in the pee pile, and she's never used the bathroom inside again. Like, she's just such a good dog. Never has chewed up any of our furniture, like literally nothing. We brought her home the first night, and I put her in the crate. And I remember I woke up more times than her throughout the night, because I was like, why isn't she crying or making any noise? Like, she loved the crate as a puppy. So we didn't have to crate train her. We didn't have to do any of that. Like, she just already liked it. And I don't know if it's because of the breeder she came from. We got her in Lexington, Alabama from a Facebook page called Abby's Doodles. Her lists are always really full, but if you want to check her out, you can put your name on a wait list. Her dogs are amazing. That's where Finn, my parents' dog, is from as well. So she's really like such a good dog, and we love her. But we didn't do any training or anything, just like treats and stuff, like the basic, like teaching her how to sit, shake, lay down, all of that, fetch. But we didn't like take her anywhere to be so well behaved and mellow. A lot of you guys asked like how she's like that, and we just got really lucky. Dog must-haves, I'll say, I love Home Goods for dog stuff. I don't get like treats or food there. I get all that from Solid Gold Pet. You guys know I talk about them all the time. But like toys, leashes, bowls, all that, Home Goods is the way to go if you're a dog owner or a new dog owner. It's just super affordable, and she rips the toys up anyway, so like it's a good price. Why am I spending the month of August in Florida? So I am doing that because in the football world, fall camp starts on August 1st. And basically what fall camp means is I will not see Dylan for the month. He's gone all day, every single day, Monday through Sunday for weeks, basically the whole month. So I think the UPS guy's at the door. I just thought it would be good for Winnie and I. We're actually road tripping. I'm not gonna leave Winnie here by herself for the month. You guys are always like, why always leaving your dog? This past few trips, we've had people come and watch her. Like, it's not like we just like go put her in a kennel. We've never like left her in a crate or anything while we're gone. We always have people come to the house or bring her to a friend's house, or my grandparents came to watch her. So we're really picky about who watches her because she's like our baby. So before we leave anywhere, I make sure that like that's all worked out before I commit to going on a trip. My mom's gonna fly up here end of July, and we're going to road trip in my car, her, Winnie, and I, 24 hours back to Florida for the month. I think I might be getting a new car in Florida, so that's why we're driving. Another reason why, because my parents are gonna keep the car I currently have, and then we'll drive the new car back a month later. So it's not that I'm leaving Dylan or that he's gonna be lonely by himself. Like, he just genuinely will not be here. I just thought it would be a good time to go see my parents, spend time with my family, and yeah, Dylan and I both agreed on it. It's not like I was like, Dylan, I'm leaving you. Like, it was all thought out, you guys, I promise. How long do you think is enough time to plan a wedding? I'll say a year. I would say don't try to rush it, because my ideas have changed a ton, and I feel like if I would have planned a wedding in a few months, I wouldn't have been happy with it now, because my ideas and stuff are so like up in the air. So I would say like a year to year and a half. We're having a little over a year and a half engagement. So I think that's enough time. It's really hard to like book stuff right now because of COVID. Everything is pushed back. So like brides that were supposed to get married during COVID are now getting married. So all the vendors and stuff are super booked right now. So if you are in the process of planning a wedding, I would go ahead and get on like the booking the vendors and stuff, because everyone is super, super booked up. Story time of mine and Dylan's first kiss. I kissed Dylan first, which is so embarrassing. I also said I love you to Dylan first, which is also so embarrassing. So how do I handle my finances? How do Dylan and I split money? A lot of questions about money. I just recently have started like the way I save my money is I invest a lot of my money, which is really important. I feel like these days in school, they don't really teach you that unless you like go into finance or accounting. But I have someone who does it for me because I don't feel like I am knowledgeable enough about it. So I have a tax person, I have an accountant, and they just help me save my money for the future. I am a freak about saving my money and I want to be smart about it. So they help me with that. And then Dylan and I just kind of split things. And I mean, when we get married, we're going to combine our funds, have the same bank account. That's just something that we believe in. I know it's not for everyone, but we just kind of like, if he's coming home from work, I'm like, can you run to the store and grab this? And it's not like, okay, we'll split it 50-50. We don't like keep track. Like at this point, it's kind of like my money's his money, his money's mine, because I mean, that's how my parents grew up doing it, and that's just how I've always believed in it. I know everyone's really different and different opinions about that, but Dylan invests his money separate right now. I invest my money separate, but when we're married, we'll probably combine our accounts. We do like stocks, mutual funds, things like that. Stuff that's like no fun to talk about. I feel like it's just like weird. What's one thing that you're most proud of about yourself? Encouraging self-love here. I love this because I feel like we don't ever like give ourselves enough credit or tell ourselves that we're proud of ourselves. It's always just like, oh, like what's next? So I will say I'm very proud of myself for being so independent. Ever since the long distance started for Dylan and I learned how to be super independent, and I still feel like I am because Dylan's gone a lot of the day, and so I do a lot of things on my own, and I'm proud of myself for that. I feel very grown up, and I feel very, I don't know, I just feel proud of myself, and I feel proud of myself for starting from basically the ground up on my YouTube channel, and I just feel very proud that I've turned it into something that I love. And I'm just so thankful that it worked out this way, because I saw some questions too about what I would be doing if it wasn't for YouTube. And I think that I think I would be working in some type of like marketing for brands, or like advertising. My degree was advertising and marketing. So I think I would be doing something like that. But it's just so fun. Like doing what I do is so fun, and I genuinely, you guys, will we ever make it through a sit down video without running out of camera storage? We will not. I need to drink more of my drink. What the heck am I doing? kind of going off of what I was just talking about, a lot of questions about how I got started with YouTube. Was I nervous? Did I have a following before I started YouTube? Yes, I was so nervous. I have grown up watching YouTube. I feel like I've told this story a million times, but if you're new, I grew up watching YouTube. I loved it. It was like all I watch. It's still all I watch. I don't really watch a ton of TV. And for Christmas one year, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna ask my parents for a vlog camera. I was a sophomore in college, I think, or maybe a junior. I think it was a junior. And my parents got me the Canon G7X go-to vlog camera, and I filmed like a weekend in my life, like Christmas, and I edited it and I never posted it because I was so scared. And then I filmed a what I got for Christmas haul, and it was the first video I ever posted. I was so scared to post it. I was so scared to see like what girls at school would say, and like make fun of me and things like that. But now I've realized that my true friends are the ones that were immediately behind my channel and watch all my videos, support me to like the day they die. I'm someone who's super big in like, if you're not accomplishing things at the moment, but your friend is, don't put them down because you're not. Everyone's time will come, and just putting people down isn't going to help your situation. So, I mean, I had friends that did YouTube and I was super supportive and really happy for them. And I was never like, what the heck, why does their channel grow and mine doesn't? And everyone's different, everyone's channels are different. It's hard to put yourself out there, especially on social media. That can be such a negative space. But I would say just go for it. Like, you will not know until you try, and then you will regret not trying. Like, once I posted my Christmas haul, I don't think I posted another video for like 4 months because I was so like scared of like what people were gonna say. And my next video was like a vlog, which is a little bit more vulnerable than a sit down video. They kind of really get like a sneak peek, and you have to be a little bit comfortable on camera to just sit here and like literally talk and have a conversation to a camera. And so that's where I kind of, like, once I posted my first vlog, I was kind of like, okay, I really want to do this. I really love it. And I just kind of said, honestly, F the haters. I'm going to do this for me. And it just kind of ended up working out. I think I had 4,000 to 5,000 followers on Instagram before I started. I posted my first video with like 5,000 followers on Instagram. So I didn't like start because I had a following and I was like, oh, maybe my following will transfer over. I genuinely started because I love YouTube and I love everything about it. I think it's a very, special place when it comes to social media, like the YouTube platform, because I feel like over here is where you guys get to really get to know me and know my life and know my family and know special things about me and like the person I am. Whereas like Instagram is just like fun to post like outfit pictures and stuff, but you don't really actually get to know me for me. And I feel like over here you do. So I feel like YouTube is such like a special type of social media platform. I really, really enjoy it. So, okay, I'm gonna do a few more because I feel like this video is getting long. Did I have a boyfriend before Dylan? Yes, I had one boyfriend before Dylan, and Dylan never had another girlfriend before me. So I'm the only girl that Dylan's ever dated. Okay, a lot of questions about birth control, which I never really talk about, but I don't think it's like a strange topic. It's just something I don't talk about. I take the pill. I don't know the name of it. I go to a gynecologist every year, check up on me. And so yeah, I take the pill, but definitely like don't just take the pill because I take the pill. Like, talk to your doctor and see what's best for you and for your like concerns and stuff. Also some questions about like my sex life and how I knew Dylan was the one, which is like something I've never talked about on camera, so I'm like kind of shy. I did not lose my virginity to Dylan, I'll just say that. But how I knew Dylan was the one was just, I mean, spending time with him. Like in high school when we first met, I could not spend enough time with him. I was like obsessed with him, and it just continued to be like that. And I had never felt that way about anyone else. So I don't know. It's just like from literally like after the first year of dating Dylan, I knew Dylan was the one. And I think Dylan knew I was the one. We were just too young. But we've been talking about marriage for probably 3-ish years now, maybe like 2 years. And then we got engaged. So we met in high school. We'll be high school sweethearts. Isn't that cute? Another kind of like girl talk question. I got a lot of questions if I do like laser hair removal on my bikini line or get waxed or like all of that. I don't know what it is or why I'm so lucky about like razor burn, but I just like shave myself, my whole body. I don't get razor burn. I don't have to deal with any of that stuff. I will say before the wedding and the honeymoon, I definitely want to get like wax, but I'm so scared. Like I've heard terrible things about like it being painful, and I have such a low pain tolerance that I'm actually like kind of scared for that. So let me know if you do it. I've heard like sugared, like I don't know, I don't even know what that is, but I heard it's like super painful, but I don't know. I'll have to look more into it. But favorite clothing stores and where I get inspiration. Favorite clothing stores, Zara, for sure. Revolve. Zara, Revolve. I'm like, wait, what do I like? And I like all the brands that I work with. Princess Polly, Nasty Gal. I'm so lucky to get so many clothes and do hauls and stuff for you guys. And I just like get a lot of inspiration from just looking at the websites when I'm doing my picks for the video or for the brand. And I just genuinely like, I love fashion, and I've really gotten into it like especially this spring and summer. But when it comes to like more designer items and stuff, or like staple pieces that I really want to have like good quality of, I really like Revolve. I look on Farfetch a lot. That's kind of like where I get my inspo about like what kind of designer stuff that I like. I really like Free People as well. A little like more boho. I'll say Zara is like my jam though, like super affordable, super trendy pieces. Zara is probably up there. I like Aritzia. Get a lot of my inspo from Pinterest. I just pin outfits. Ton of inspo from Hailey Bieber, obviously. I love Julia Haven's style. She's like queen of putting shit together that just looks so good on her. So that's kind of a little rundown of fashion. Is there any way Emily would make a YouTube channel? Emily? Are you listening? Okay, where's my dream place to live? Where do we want to settle down? Where do we want to have a permanent home? A lot of questions about that. Sadly, like, not sadly, I think it's exciting. We don't really get to have that option because it's really, I mean, we do. Dylan can say no to a job if it's like somewhere where I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't really think we would strive living there. Our goal one day is to have a home in Florida, whether that be like a vacation home or our second home or a rental home or just something like that. Florida is like where my heart is. That's where my mom and dad are, Danny is. And just like the South, I just love. So I think we would love to have a home in Florida. I don't think Dylan's ever gonna like, I mean, he could coach in Florida, but it's not, there's not really any colleges near like Rosemary Beach or Al's Beach where I like would love to have a home. So I think that'll always be like a dream of ours to have a home there, like a second home. But I don't know, places I would love to live, Texas, Tennessee. I mean, I love Colorado, it's just far. I love the Carolinas, North or South Carolina, love Georgia. Yeah, I think I wanna stay away from the North, but again, I don't really, like if Dylan gets a really amazing job offer, like we're not gonna turn it down. We'll just always remember that it's not permanent. So it's kind of a fun like life to live though, like always like kind of getting to move around and see new things. And I'm sure you guys like it because it involves like moving vlogs, new apartments, new houses, all of that. So it's kind of fun. Top 3 places to travel on my bucket list. St. Lucia, Greece, and Italy. Those are my 3. I really want to go to the Maldives too. Honeymoon places, we're going to be going to St. Lucia. So I'm going to check one of those off of my bucket list. Is being in the public so difficult? I kind of talked about that. I would say yes and no. I love inspiring you guys. Like when I get messages in my DMs saying like my channel has like helped with your anxiety or depression, or that I've really like changed your outlook on blah, blah, blah. Like that genuinely is the reason that I do what I do and put like my life out there. It makes like it all worth it. But there are some times where it's hard, or it's like it's hard because I'll be going through something, and it's hard because it's like I don't know if I should share it with the public, but it's also like I started my content to be super genuine and authentic, and so I do share stuff with you guys because I never know, one of you guys could be going through the same thing or going through the same type of struggle, and it might help me talking it out to you because you might be sitting there and it might help. So that's kind of how I think about it. All right, I'm gonna just scroll to a random. I didn't get to like many of these questions. Do I miss living in Raleigh? I'd say yes and no. There's a chance that we might be back there one day, so that's super exciting, but I don't think that I am like, oh my God, I miss Raleigh so much. But it is a fun place to live. If you are moving to Raleigh or thinking about it, it's a really fun place to live. It's kind of like an up and coming city. Someone asked if I'm excited to be an aunt. If you've been keeping up with the vlogs, you will know that I am currently an aunt. Sarah had her baby, Carson Thomas Westbury. He was born at 25 weeks it's been hard. I'm not going to go into it. Watch the vlogs if you want to know exactly what's going on. I'm not sure if the day in my life vlog will be up before or after this, where I like really talk about it, but there were some issues. Sarah got sick and delivered the baby at 25 weeks. He weighs 1 pound 11 ounces. He was born yesterday as I'm filming this. He's currently in the NICU. He's doing good. Prayers are appreciated, but I'm so excited. I stare at the picture of him like 24/7, and I just cannot wait to be able to squeeze his little cheeks. He has like the cutest little lip flare up and the cutest little nose, and I just cannot wait to spoil him. But yeah, I'm officially an aunt and I'm so excited. Last question, I'm gonna end on a good note. What is my favorite thing about Danny? I don't think I could pick just one, but I think I will say that Danny is such like a pure soul. And I love that he doesn't see the bad in anyone, if that makes any sense. Like, he's always so happy, and the littlest things make him happy. Like, my mom will literally buy him like a 99-cent Matchbox car, and it like makes his whole entire week. Like, the littlest things make him so happy, and it makes me reflect back and realize that I take the small things in life for granted. So he's just like my daily reminder to be strong and to be thankful, because he is so like, he's just like one of the most inspiring people without even like knowing it. He really has like changed my whole entire family's life. Like, not even just our immediate family, like even close friends that are like family to us have absolutely changed our lives. Like, he's changed the community that we grew up in. Like, there's just something so special about him, and I just love how he's so pure, if that makes sense. So with that note, I still have half my drink left. Should we do a little chug? You guys, I can't chug this at 12:30 in the morning. I guess it's afternoon now, so it's a little more acceptable. What am I doing? I really hope that you guys enjoyed this little questions, kind of like little life updates, things like that. If I didn't get to your question, you can always DM me. I've been bad about my DMs the past few days just because we've been going through a lot with Sarah and the baby, and haven't really been checking, but I might spend like the night tonight maybe going through DMs and stuff, because I love to talk to you guys. But if I didn't get to your question, I'm obviously going to do another one of these soon. Let me know like what you want me to talk about next. We could go maybe into like a more smaller topic instead of it being so broad. This was like really just so random questions thrown out there. So I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Again, thank you Upstart for sponsoring today's video. I'll have that link down below, so don't forget to check them out. I love you all. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.
Slow a little down is what you said. I'ma get it all up in my head. White t-shirt, blue jeans. I can never get enough.